Hello, everybody, and welcome back for another episode of TFT Study Hall with your host from TFTAcademy. My name is Frodan.
And I'm Dishsoap.
And we are back. Today is September 16th, probably going to release by September 17th. It is fresh off the B patch, 24 hours into the making. And, just a little funny trend that's happening. It's actually happened multiple times now where I release a tier list video breaking down everything, thinking that Riot's not going to patch it again. And then they patch it literally the day I released the video. But that's okay because I think ultimately it's healthier for the game. I think overall most people felt like the previous patch for 15.4 was a little too reroll centric. But this B patch, we'll see. So first of all, Dishsoap, how are you enjoying the B patch so far? You've been grinding a lot, and the game has changed a lot, right? Like I think people were talking about how it was like fan service and reroll. How has your first 24 hours been on the patch?
It hasn't really gone that well, but I think like objectively it is better. It's just like kind of like this meta is just like a weird consequence of like B patches in general because it's kind of impossible to like hit everything on a B patch unless it's like basically the size of a full patch. And what they did here is that like yeah, they nerfed like a lot of the consistent reroll lines, but now that's what's left that they didn't like touch and is still super strong is the inconsistent reroll lines. So sometimes it feels even worse because like you're just losing to stuff that like it's just conditional and like there's no way that you could ever play it. Like it feels like you're just losing to luck. I'm specifically talking about like Hero Augment, like Artifact Viego, stuff that like requires like emblems, stuff that requires like usually requires a legendary on like level 8. Like right now this meta has like a lot of that, and there's also just like Lulu in general. Like lots of Lulu variations are doing pretty well this patch, and like you could play it if you get it like late stage 2, early stage 3. It's like playable. Is it as good as you get it as if you got it on 2-1? No, it's way worse. So that's like another thing you can't. That's just like random. So like yeah, I don't know. This patch like feels a lot more like the games feel a lot more volatile or like I guess inconsistent.
All right, well, let's break it down from the very top and talk about what this B patch was. So, first of all, this is like directly ahead of the tournaments this weekend. TPC is this weekend, whereas EU and NA mixing. You're going to be participating on the EU time zone one. The first was the augment with tiny team bonus being reduced from 200 to 150. This has been, oops, sorry, I'm not asking ChatGPT. This is a sizable nerf, but I also have seen tiny teams still do well. So this feels like tiny team was just way over the line, and now it still feels like a good augment to me. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree completely. I mean, I haven't done the math on it, but like when they did like the Star Guardian rework, where they made like the lower level stronger, like they made the base bonuses stronger, but like decreased the multiplier.
Yeah.
It just made this augment broken. I wouldn't be surprised if the version on Tiny Team that's live right now is still better than like Tiny Team on the before the Star Guardian rework. I don't actually know the math on that, but I wouldn't be surprised. And like it was still like people like knew it was like a niche takeable thing like in the previous patch, so it makes perfect sense why it's still good.
Yep. So that is still definitely up there, and we'll go over the tier list, which will cover that in a little bit. The second thing is the power up changes. Fan service nerfed twice over, both in resistances and health at both breakpoints 1 and 2. And then Socialite being completely removed in 07 for Socialite.
No.
Veteran has been temporarily disabled due to bugs.
We were not saluting this Socialite thing. This was so obnoxious. It was inherently broken, but it was such a bitch to get because it was like the lowest possible thing on Aatrox, or like you had to like keep like buying and reselling Udyrs. Like
the most toxic thing about Socialite was the buying and selling of the same units or different types of units, right? Like I would put it on my Aatrox on the bench. I had 5 Aatroxes. I missed. I would sell it, put the other one on the Aatrox, miss, put it on my other main one. Then I had to decide if I want to refruit it. And then I'm like, you know what? I'll just buy this Swain instead. Just try it, right? Shins out, try it, and just keep trying all these units that can get Socialite. You just miss. And then that part was that I won't miss. That's for sure. And then the second thing that I won't miss is for some reason, I know it's not that big of a deal, but I feel like I'm freed to position like less like an idiot sometimes. Like socially positioning wasn't that big of a deal, but that meme of the person in heaven breaking making the chains free. I feel that's how I feel when Socialite is gone because I'm like, I don't have to do these like ridiculous things of moving around and playing around it. Which is
Oh
pretty
no,
cool.
like the positioning is like really annoying as well because it makes yeah. I mean, I guess like that's like the downside of it, but it's not like that big of a downside. It's like it's more like if you're like lazy and you forget to do it, you're just cooked.
Yeah, yeah. Or you have a hard turn. You have a hard APM
Yeah,
turn, and then
yeah,
you just
yeah.
like double up and you just miss it.
Oh,
So
and then also like trying to fish for specific fruits on your fucking roll down, like oh like you literally just do not have enough time to like refruit the Aatrox like during your rise roll down. Like it's just legitimately impossible. So then like
yeah.
you delay your socialite until 4-3, and then you can't like get it full stacked on your team, and then you lose another fight. Like no, like fuck this thing, man. I'm out.
That's right. And then you trigger it too late. Sometimes you activate it, but you did it right at the turn start, so you didn't
Yes,
even get the Texas. Oh man.
I actually cannot wait for these APM checks to go away.
Yeah, yeah. It does feel like TFT this set has become a legitimate APM check in a lot of ways, especially oh man, especially the previous patch. The bug where you had to do multiple fruits to remove, man, that thing tilted me. I think that was the most I've tilted in like a year on stream. I think just like the fact that like some turns I had 20 seconds, but because I had 4 fruits, it just took the entire 20 seconds. I couldn't do anything else.
Yeah.
Absolutely obnoxious. Anyways, that's not here today. We're not here to air all our grievances. Let's talk a little bit about the champions as well. Jin's force shot getting nerfed, Kaisa getting nerfed, or Khan getting nerfed. Malzahar no longer can get offered Shadow Clone, and then getting nerfed. Then Ash getting buffed, Karma getting buffed, Leona getting buffed. Which of these have been the biggest changes in your mind?
Impact impact wise, it's like probably like Jin or Karma. Like Jin would probably just steamroll the meta if this wasn't in the game. And then the Karma buff is like kind of brought back Sorkson a little bit, but it more so mech, like 7 mech.
Okay. I also feel like Malzahar losing Shadow Clone was a big deal. I don't know if you like necessarily checked it yourself, but sometimes I felt like I was looking at the damage, and I felt like the Malzahar Shadow Clone was like doing more damage than intended. It felt like it almost felt like it was bugged because it was like doing more than like the 22-25% that it should be doing.
Yeah,
So I wasn't sure about that.
I thought it was more so that like you get to like spread anti-heal better and also just like anti-heal like artifact effects, and specifically like you get to like basically dot the whole team like a lot faster. Like
Yeah.
mage still exists, but I think mage like you need to like auto or something, or like I think it was described to me
You're
as a
forced to auto between casts, which
yeah.
I think slows it down like significantly.
Yeah, it was that was described to me as a bug, but I don't actually know if that's a bug or if that's just like what the thing is supposed to do. But yeah, you have to auto between your second cast, so it's like I've seen people say like, "Oh, this nerf doesn't matter, mage still exists," but there's a reason people were taking this instead of mage.
Okay. Well, either way, that has shaken up the meta pretty considerably. So let's go ahead and jump into the tier list and break down what the meta is. Okay, so at the very top, we have basically Viego as the lone king at top for reroll. He is basically the unnerfed reroll comp. Everyone else took a hit. And so this Viego line is definitely one of the most dominant forces in the meta. If you can get Artifact as well, he is like the Artifact meal. It feels like you can't really miss with Portable Forge on him because he has so many different types of things.
Wait, I have a question.
What's up?
Does overheal work on his like magic damage?
I actually have asked that question and I got a response of I don't know as well. But someone told me that it was good on it, and I guess we never actually changed it. So some of these have been like from the very first time we made it.
No, like if it works for the magic, I think it would be an extremely good power up or augment on him. But I don't know.
Yeah, I think it might. Someone told me that it worked with this passive, so that's why I think when we created it like a month ago, at the very beginning. So you know what? Honestly, you should go test that. Let me know if you get a chance in scrims. Maybe ends up being really good. Either way, this comp, man, do you have to have Viego out of an orb on stage 1, or can you actually like transition to it from other positions?
I played my fair share of like Viego 3. I think you don't have to have Viego out of orb. I think if you just have the generic Soul Fighter opener and it like the game kind of works out, your items work out, maybe you natural Viego's like late stage 2 or late stage 3, and you're uncontested, it can make sense to go into Viego. I've also like played it a couple like this is just like me in general. I played like Lux like a few times. I don't really know why. I just ended up playing this comp, and like you cap around Viego 3 in that line, so that's a way I've done it.
This one in C tier that we have.
Okay, it's in C. Okay, the thing is, if you get Viego 3, it's actually like really good. But like at what point does it just become a Viego comp? Because my scores on this are actually like 2-2-1. But I've had Viego 3 in all 3 games. And I'm pretty sure the comp is like actually garbage if you do not have Viego 3 is the thing. So probably like at what point do the comps like just blend together? But yeah.
Yeah, we have 3 variants of Soul Fighters. We have straight up Viego reroll. We have, that vertical tempo, the level 8 Soul Fighter.
Yeah.
And we have the Lux variant. And I'm pretty sure all of them want to play around like Viego in some kind of way in the composition.
Yeah, I mean, Viego's like just
really
like an item. He's more like an item holder for Gwen and like the tempo variation, but
yeah.
Like he's still really, really strong in Stage 3. The fact that he like pairs with Udyr is just like a nasty mid game. Like I think it's like the best early and mid game that exists at the moment. But yeah, Viego's really good. He's really only gonna be able to like win out with artifact setup specifically. If you just like have like normal items hit your whole board, you're probably looking for like a top 3 mostly. But like artifact, especially with like range, there's also like wits end. Like he uses so many, it's just kind of stupid. But yeah.
Yeah. I love range extension on him as well. Do you have to do stretchy arms on him still? Like I asked you this last time.
You don't need it, but it is like the best one by far if you're like on weak side, and you're not like full like in their team. But like it's playable without. Over 9k is fucking garbage at him. Q told me it was good. No. Like this guy can basically roll every single stat in the game, and that's like awful for this. Yeah. Like you're just like jack up all trades, master of none for your like stats, and it's not good. Like do not take over 9k in this guy. But I don't know. Like weights is really good. Not on yet's really good. Like those would be the ones I would be looking for if I didn't have stretchy arms. But otherwise, like if you're just looking for generic one, I would just use every single fruit remover looking for stretchy arms. And just take whatever like sounds best if you miss.
Yeah. Okay. There's a variation that I've seen a lot of people in APAC try, which
is
like
the frontline trickster.
Solo frontline trickster, and you take off Edge of Nights, so you don't like have the delayed activation of it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like. I feel like it's just worse than stretchy arms, but
there's a unintended interaction. It's not a bug. It's just more like a very unfortunate one, which is Viego has a chance of like with his attacks to like dash.
Yeah, or any like dashes to the wrong place or something.
And it messes up his trickster specifically. So that's where I would advise caution, because I've seen it actually backfire. And then he does a thing where he like basically half TPs and he only moves 1 hex forward and then re-aggro's back onto the tank. So it ends up not being what you want, and then that ends up destroying everything. So
yeah, I've like played against Trickster, and it didn't really seem like unbeatable. Like it would like I would like put my carry in the middle, it would like kill my corner baits, and then it would just go on a tank, and then I won. So
yeah, fair enough.
That's like I mean, nice one, man.
Okay. Let's talk about Mech, the other S tier line here. They buffed Mech and they buffed Karma in the B patch. And I think a lot of people are not sure exactly how to get into Mech. So from your perspective, what do you think makes it a Mech game compared to, say, playing something like Sorcerers or playing Mentor Mech, right, with Rise?
I think specifically it's just like always you're gonna be wanting like the Lucian with like the AP opener. And like as to like if you're going to play Mech or like Rise or like standard Sorc, I feel like it's just gonna come down to like your specific itemization, your econ level, and like what units you're naturaling. Like say you like natural more of the Rise items, and like you hit like I don't know, like lots of Yasuo pairs or something, or like an early Volibear or something. It might be worth to like focus more on that versus like Sorcs if you like natural like Lux 2 or something. I don't know. or you like have exactly like Shojin, Guardbreaker, JG as your like items you open with. And like you're like too poor and you don't think you can actually play for Yone, or you're like specifically for like Mech. I think it's like kind of nice to have like Senna items. Like both like usually when I've seen people play, it's usually from both karma and set items, which would be different than like your itemization for like the other boards, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I think the interesting thing is that theoretically you can actually keep it kind of open till the end of stage 3, and then like as you're getting ready for your roll down, because you're still playing around like this Aatrox solution opener, you actually have options. And that is actually going to make it really complicated because I literally just played a lobby. It was me and Kurum playing the lobby, and there were like 4 people flexing this line between Sork and Rise, and it was very, very chaotic and messy. But like theoretically, you can. That's where a lot of players want to be, because if you hit the Rise, you hit the Yone on your roll down, and you're already having that Lucian structure, you might as well just like toss it in and play mech. You hit Karma 2, maybe you play Karma 2, then you roll and you hit Gwen, then maybe you can start transitioning as well because you already have the cheap one, right? You already have Lucian, which makes it easier transition. So there's all these different types of things you could do. And I think that's the difficulty where we are right now, right? We're one day in the patch. I don't think we know the optimized situations for it. I will say the one game that felt the best was I clicked aura farming and I got Yone 2 guaranteed. That's probably a mech game. That's probably the one spot you can play mech.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, and that's probably the only time I felt like that was 100% the mech game. Other than that, we have a question later on about mech from somebody, but we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Before we get to A tier, I feel like it would be kind of misrepresentative of the patch if we didn't like talk about the hero augments, because these are like the
Oh yeah, sure,
I feel like
sure.
these are like the true S tiers of the patch, I'd say.
Okay.
Because they were like known as very strong previously on the patch, and they didn't get nerfed. So, um, they're all really good. Even like the what even like not Mundo or Zac, like Cannon's really good. Super stable. You're like pretty much rolling for uncontested stuff. Um, Chen is like giga rolling for uncontested stuff, so you're like kind of guaranteed to hit.
Yeah.
Vi is good, but you need a snowball. But if you can get the snowball going, it's like obviously really really good.
Yeah.
Nico's a little bit harder because you need the 3-star and it's a 3 cost. It's kind of bad at 2-star is like the main problem with Nico, but like 3-star Nico is like good.
Yeah.
Garen's like the same as Vi. He needs the snowball, but with like the Shojin build, he can actually get going a decent bit. They buff like Leona, which like kind of matters, I guess. Not really, but yeah.
It
And
helps.
then we have Malphite and C, and like, yeah, you probably shouldn't be clicking this off your silver augment, but it's not the end of the world if you get it off protagonist. So,
It's
I
not,
think
especially with the new itemization, the newer itemization. This was true even in 15.3, but it wasn't really common because last patch was when they nerfed the rage blade interaction.
yeah,
So just as a PSA, if you're playing Garen and Malphite, before you had rage blade in the slot, now people are playing Shojin as like the way to generate mana and cast so that you can stack or scale.
yep,
And then if you don't have that, another alternative build that happens to be pretty solid according to people who have played it is the Nashers variant. And this is actually an interesting thing to bring up, which is it's not like which is better, it's more like what makes sense with your items, right? Just because the whole point with hero augments, and Dishsoap emphasizes it again, make sure you have items early for your units because if you're playing component anvils, that's when you can take the hero augment to try to force like the correct build.
yep.
So that way you're off to a snowballing start. So just play off of whatever side of it. Like both sets look good in the data, both sets feel good, but they use different components completely. So that's the strength of the build here.
Yeah, but like I think all the hero augments are good. They're like kind of ranked based on consistency. I think like the B tier columns like have like a really high cap. But it's just gonna be harder and less consistent than the other ones. But I feel like we're in the hero augment world at the moment.
Yeah, it's like we're back in set 11 where hero augments
Yeah.
it was like a hero augment patch. Yep, it's a good call out. I like that. So with that being said, we can go into some of the A tier. We talked a little about mentor mech. So just as a quick thing, we're no longer playing around the socialite aspect of it. I just chose Volibear as just your duo carry right now on 8.
Yeah.
Is that the main line? You just play dual carry as your fruits?
Yeah, I think the comp needs to roll so deep on 8. It's like kind of misrepresentative to like show like like you you can kind of like flex your like secondary carry with this. It can be like Senna 3, it can be Yasuo 3, it can be like 2-star Yone, 2-star Lee Sin. That's the cap. But what you should be going for and what you should be stabilizing most games with, in my opinion, is Volley. Just because he's like the 4 cost that makes the most sense. Like Akali technically works. I see like the data scrubbing sites showed that Akali actually sees a decent amount of play on this board. It's not good. The unit is just like not that good. But Volley actually is. He also like operates the same way Rise wants to operate. where you can put them on the same side. They like focus down their like their they focus on the same side, and you get like a bunch of resets and stuff, and you just kill them really really fast, and then you
Mhm.
like wrap, and then you win. So I think they do like because like Akali actually legitimately has like no synergy with Ryze at all. She's fucking off in the backline while Ryze is trying to do all the work. But
Yeah.
like Volley actually helps Ryze, which is nice. So
From
yeah,
my experience, I've only gotten mileage or seen people get mileage is when you hit a Kali and you don't hit Rise. So it's like Akali's like sometimes you roll down and you hit a Kali too, and like because you have like two Akalis immediately in the shop,
oh yeah,
and then you have it
Akali
hold
is
Rise's items, and then you just like play
yeah.
Akali too while you wait.
If people aren't scouting you, Akali is actually pretty okay on early stage 4 if you can
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
end the fight immediately killing their carry, but like that's just like they're lazy and or like they didn't notice. But it's like gonna just it doesn't have any scaling power. But I like if you go 9, you can replace it for Lee Sin 2, Yone 2, and then that's your cap. But
Yeah, we have it right here. And you know, the nice thing about playing the Volibear variation is that he actually can be like the item holder for, you know,
mhm.
Yone. Before it felt like, how do I get Yone items? And I think that could be a transition you think about. All right, let's talk. I mean, we talked a little bit about Soul Fighters. The stats on it always look really good. And I feel like a lot of players' sentiment is that it doesn't actually line up. So is
Yeah.
it the emblem? Like you need an emblem? Is it you just simply have to hit Gwen? Is it all of those things?
So I think the Soul Fighter stats are really, really good because I think it's just the best opener in the game, and people are just like playing it from high HP more often than not. So so the thing about that is like it's just not going to be that good if you're not like win streaking pretty much because like a lot of the power in it is just like from how good the opener is usually. So if you're like
Yeah.
trying to play it from 1 stars, it's just not going to go that well. Specifically for like the in game power, it's really going to have to either come from emblem. Uh, so you hit 8 Soul Fighter early. Like you can get the Gwen hit 8 Soul Fighter, but like the emblem is so much better because it lets you like put like Braum and Volley and then get 8 Soul Fighter stats on one of those units, which is just like incredible. And it lets you like hit without the Gwen. Um so like I think that's like generally what you need to succeed in the late game with Soul Fighter. But if you can like just play it from such an ahead position, because like the opener is that insane, um, you can still just go like third or fourth, which is fine.
Yeah.
But to cap how you're gonna need the emblem. It's like I think it's like the same as like Star Guardian, but the thing is a Star Guardian opener is way worse than this opener. So there's like I guess there's like kind of parallels there.
Yeah. Star Guardian also feels pretty emblem dependent in that sense as well. Or not dependent. You can definitely play without it. It just feels like it hits a different tier of power if you
Yeah,
do get the emblem.
I think no emblem Star Guardian is like low B tier. No emblem Soul
Okay.
Fighter is like a little bit better, just because like you're usually just playing it from ahead. Is
Yeah.
the main
Yeah.
reason.
But both of these comps have low win rates, especially without emblem. So that's
Yeah.
part. I think, you know, to your point, AVP is pretty high, but their win rate 10, 11%,
Mhm.
which for hitting cap is not very high for the purposes of trying to go first. Let's talk about Kale. Kale actually has kind of gotten a big boost. I think largely due to like Wraith, you know, being improved, helping her consistency. And people, we were playing like Juggernaut Kale in the past, and now we're playing Sixth Wraith Kale. So now we've moved her even higher. Explain to me like what you think, why Kale is doing well from your perspective, macro wise, and then when can we play him?
1 second. I think the reason it's doing stronger is a lot to do because of like itemization
Oh,
optimizations.
we should have
Specific,
Giant Slayer on this.
specifically Giant Slayer. This Giant
Yeah.
Slayer buff is like from the previous patch is like so fucking good for this kill unit because she like just wants to kill the frontline so fast it gives you like all the stats you want. Um, and it just got buffed, so it's like it's really good. It's good to the point where like you don't even prioritize rage blade anymore. Like you just go GS you just go GS JG plus 1. Like you can go rage blade as your last item. But I think like ideally it's actually like red buff, but like that's 3 bows, so it's like I mean whatever. Um, yeah.
Okay, I'll fix that real quick.
Oh no, I'm already fixing it.
Well, I'm like okay. Well, I'm just like
Yeah,
literally reorganizing it, but you could go ahead and finish it if you want.
yeah, it's all good.
Okay, so the itemization has been the big thing for Kale.
Yeah, and then also
Um,
like there's like a lot of like small buffs, like the Wraith buff is obviously really really relevant. Um, and also over 9K got like rebuffed after like the nerf where it didn't work on um neutrals anymore. But like the Kale pool for over 9k. I don't know what the weights are for like whatever specific stats you get, but all I know is whatever the tailoring for the stats is on Kale is like extremely broken. I feel like it almost never rolls defensive or AD. Like I think you're legitimately rolling AS or AP like 40% of, or not, sorry, like 80+% of the time.
Okay.
So like on 4-5, your Kale is like plus like 30 or 25 AS and AP, which is just like super fucking overtuned. And then late game, you're getting up to like plus 50 of each, and you just win. So
is it like you only can play over 9,000 on Kale? Are you willing to accept anything else?
it's playable the other ones, but I think like I'm like fishing, like I'm fishing over 9k on Kale to see if I can play it nowadays.
Got it. Okay.
And if I like have like a spot that like makes sense for Kale, like for other reasons, say I just have like a bunch of units and like my items are good, I will like commit to Fruit Remover. Like I
like
think
even on stage 1, stage
yeah,
2.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
actually just that broken.
Okay. We're gonna fix that as well on the website. It's I mean it's fun. It's fun to catch these things as we're doing it.
Yep.
Okay. Darius is still here. I think most people know if you get the Darius 3 with Fusion Dance, he actually kind of gets crazy power level. But I actually haven't seen many people play this after the patch. I'm not sure why that is. Do you think it's just too expensive, too impractical?
I think you like need the backline carry, and I think it like kind of has to be Smolder nowadays after the Mal's nerf. So I see people playing this from like Lulu from box, Econ augments, and like they just like hold the bruiser opener and they play this. I think it's good. Like Smolder 3, Darius 3 is like really, really good. But it's like a little conditioner because it's like this Lulu comp. I hate Lulu. They were working on your next patch to like fix a lot of these issues, but yeah. It's like
Yeah.
you have a bruiser opener, but you like don't hit the Lulu, you just feel bad. So
Yeah, and then you also need somehow to get like a million swords for this comp as well, which is
also
the other hard part as well. So I think it is situational, but it is fantastic. And then the last composition I guess we didn't talk much about is Crystal Gambit. They buffed Ash. A lot of people in my chat today talking about Crystal Gambit is back. It's OP. It's like they're like, how could you put an A tier? It's like S tier. Like they buffed Ash and they buffed everything like that. I don't know if I feel that way. I still think it has really good potential to win the game for sure, and it's definitely better this patch.
I don't know.
I'm not sure if it's like best comp.
It's just a gamble comp. You need like you're never really gonna be stable besides Zyra, so you either need to like have like your entire 4-cost suite upgraded, in order to like push 9 at like early stage 5 to hit the Zyra and then stabilize around that, or you need to hit Zyra on 8. Most games you're just gonna have to hit Zyra on 8. So that's just inherently gonna make the comp not very consistent. And even when you do hit like 7 Crystal and Zyra, it's still like losable until you hit like the critical mass of like cash outs.
Yeah.
So like the comp is just like super inconsistent. But obviously, like if the comp does stabilize, you do just win. So like it looks really, really broken when it works, but like
yeah, but it still goes 8th like a good amount.
Yeah, that's just ignoring all the times where it doesn't do good. So
yeah. All right, let's talk about the B tier here. This is the thickest. Let's talk about something that we're excited about because B tier is about like a lot of nerfed comps. The first thing that I want to talk about is this Lucian reroll variation that we've seen of mech where you play around Drift Duo, the new power up. We probably have to adjust this. This is probably like the socialite positioning of this.
yeah.
But real quick, talk to me about this composition. Do you think it's legitimate? And if so, when do you like playing it?
Yeah, I mean it is for sure. 7 mech is really, really good. You have it in S tier for a reason. This is kind of a way to like cheat it, I guess. Like I mean, you can argue that it's easier to hit Lucian or hit like a Yone than hit all this stuff, but if you have like a bunch of like I'm specifically only playing this from like I don't know, like Golden Ticket or something, or like Worth the Wait. Lucian is like a really, really good one. I think like Build a Bud Worth the Wait is just like kind of a little bit better this patch, like for other reasons, but like this is one of them. But yeah, like it's but like also like if you just start the game with like 4 Lucians in a tier, you can consider this if the line doesn't look that contested. The main bottleneck for this is just gonna be the Senna. So like I probably wouldn't commit to it. Like if you just scout around on stage 2 and you feel like there's a lot of other people playing like Mech or Rise, because like if 2 to 3 people are playing Mech or Rise, that's like all that might be like 9 Sennas out of the pool, or even maybe even more, which is just gonna make it so much harder to hit Senna 3. And You need 10 at 3 in order to get the +1 mech and to like super stabilize. So like that's the main bottleneck.
And you have to remember Jarvan's even more contested this patch too.
Yeah.
So I've actually been in a situation where I hit Lucian 3, I hit Senna 3, but I didn't hit Jarvan. And I was so sad. I actually died in like 5th. So sometimes you never hit it. So you have to scout really diligently.
Yeah, but I played a game with us from like win streak. Like it was so disgusting. I one streaked without even leveling. On
Oh,
on
so
stage
okay.
On stage 2, and like yeah, and then I won like 4 out of 5 fights on stage 4, and like won the game with like 80 HP because I hit Senna on like 4-2, 4-3, and then I just like completely snowballed the game from there, which is kind of unbeatable. But
that really happens a lot this patch. I find that like one reroll player who's like getting really far ahead is like 80 to 90 HP ending the game. It's
yeah,
they can get really really far ahead.
yeah, like I think like I feel like the base power of everything is so low, so like
yeah,
it feels like the high rollers are just like so much stronger than everyone else nowadays.
yeah, but I mean that could be you if you play this comp. Just saying.
Yeah.
I think Dawncore is really good on Lucian when I saw in the stats, and I
I
saw
want. I've never actually tried this, but I'm certain there's like a positioning setup you can do with Dawncore to like purposely make Lucian miss because he gets mana refunded. Like if he misses his bullets.
So you have him reduce
So
the
yeah. So you fucking make him miss the first couple of casts. I'm sure there's a way to do it. I'm not smart enough to figure it out, but you make him miss in order to like immediately stack the Dawncore, and he just goes like turbo mode immediately. But I haven't tried it.
Oh, I mean, you know what's really funny? Sometimes I just do that by accident, anyways. Like, I mean, like you position it and he just misses, so that's funny.
Like I don't know. Like usually he ends up like missing like 1 or 2 times like during the fight, and that's probably good enough for Dawncore. But like I feel like there's something here, but I just have not figured it out.
Yeah, if you guys are not following, at the very last of sentence, for each miss, restore mana. So you just help him cast faster and then reduce the mana even further. Have them pew 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 and spam. That's actually that's some woke check. I'm looking forward to see if someone can figure that out.
Yeah, and then like if you're doing that, you probably don't even like want to do like the Drift 2 version. You probably take like Pursuit, because then he gets like AP every time he casts.
Yeah, but how can you guarantee? I guess Pursuit actually feels like it does miss more. That is interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. But you probably just wouldn't play Mac. You just played like Sword.
Fair enough. Okay. Is there any other comp that you're excited about in B tier? I mean, I named one that I liked. Is there any comp that you like in the B tier at all besides that?
I mean, there's like Kog'Maw, but it's like a Lulu comp. I think specifically with Jin, like I know Jin got nerfed, but this Mundo unit is like so broken in this meta. Like it's just like a Mundo comp. Like for example, like mech, you actually like the win condition for 7 mech against Mundo Jin is actually to kill the Jin before the Mundo. Because like you want to like line up the mech to like hit the Jin, because the mech third cast can hit like backline, and it's like a ton of true damage. Which is not enough to kill Mundo because he just has 1,000,000 HP, but it's enough to kill the Jin, and that's actually how you win the fight. Because otherwise, it'll just be stuck on the Mundo the entire time.
So you have to position the mech like in front of the Mundo angle to the Jin? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Something like that. I mean, I haven't gotten my mech to feel like it's consistent, but I mean, I'll try it next time.
But
I mean,
like,
the Luchador change has helped this Mundo a lot, so it doesn't drop the aggro anymore. So
yeah.
that's definitely been like a big. So that's actually been a big boon to Mundo specifically.
But yeah, I feel like Jin himself is like not that great. He's just like a thing that's on the board to make like to eventually kill stuff, as your Mundo is unkillable.
Yeah, he's just the 2 cost that fits easily with Gnar. So I think that is like if there's another replacement for Jin that comes along the way, he can totally come out. I mean, we're not even activating Wraith for crying out loud a lot of times. So
Yeah, usually not even activating Wraith unless you have a spot. But yeah, like I'm pretty sure like Jinx 2 does okay on this board.
Yeah,
example.
I've seen people
like
forget like just skip Jin and go for it. And Mundo's gonna be
or
more
like
competitive.
Ashe. So like Ashe, like that's just the old board.
Oh yeah, sure, I guess so. And then we're just now we're coming full circle. And we're just playing Ashe Juggernaut, but with Mundo
Okay, but
3.
like the thing is, like Jug Ashe with like Mundo 3 with Luch like activated is like obviously not bad.
Oh, it's fantastic. You've played Caretaker Mundo before, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
great. Caretaker's Ally Mundo. So Ashe in general got buffed, and we don't have an A tier, right? Like a lot of people thought Ashe was a lot better, or was going to be a lot better. Why is that?
I mean, the problem is not with Ashe herself. It's just like she doesn't like there's just no board that caps high with her. Um, like the 6 duelists, like even if you don't want to play Colossal and you want to play like 3 other like trait bots to go with it, like what can you even play to like cap high? You play Set because that's just 2 traits, and then what? You're like playing like a couple 5 costs. Like Zyra is like okay, like sure man, you have a Zyra, but now what?
If you have a duelist emblem, you can put it
Yeah,
on
like dual
just to
summon
Zyra.
like TF sure, but like it's just always gonna come back to like you just play like the reason you play Colossal is because nothing fucking fits in this comp. Um, so like yeah, it's just inherently just gonna cap low, which is the main problem. It's like, and the thing is, a comp that caps low that needs certain bis is just like super fucking awkward. Because you're not like if you're greeting for bis, you're not gonna be strong early game. You're probably not gonna be strong mid game unless you like natural the bis on stage 3, which like I mean that's probably when you want to be playing this, because then you can be strong on stage 3 and stage 4. But if you're not strong on stage 3 either, you're only strong on stage 4 because you're not strong in stage 5 because we know the comp caps low. So like I feel like you can't play a comp that only plays the game in one stage. It's just not gonna do that well. Like maybe you can like super high roll matchmaking, maybe someone just kills everyone in the lobby for you and go like third, but like that's what happened when I played this, but like it's not like my board was good.
What about like the so I know like Wajan, for example, plays a lot of Juggernaut Ash and then like uses it to play like the Golden Edge Gnar, like high tempo stuff. Is that and then he uses that to get to like Twist of Fate and Zyra late game. And that's like basically Juggernaut Ash, but like basically like playing a different character at the very end. Do you think that's enough, or do you think he's getting away with it because it's solo queue?
Yeah, I think that like line might be fine. Um, I would just question how strong I would be on like stage 4 specifically, because uh like Set is like pretty popular now with like the Soul Fighter seeing increased play, and it just seems like it might be harder to stabilize on this board. But yeah, like if you can get to this board and you like pivot to like TF and like Lisa and duo carry, obviously that's gonna cap higher than Duelist. So like that's something to look out for. But
Okay.
I feel like I would be worried about it like not being that strong on stage 4 mainly.
All right, we're taking a long time, so let's talk about one final thing here, and I have to bring it up because it is some Discord/CN tech. It's Bastion Yasuo. Is this comp for real, Dishsoap? A lot of people are talking about it. Before, the variations that people were talking about was Bastion Volibear, but like that board is like pretty fake. This board, however, I've seen it do some stuff both in tournament on ladder. So, talking about Bastion Yasuo.
I don't know. I've never actually played it, but I've like seen people like play it like in my lobbies. It seems like okay. I don't know. I feel like the line has like a lot of issues, but um the thing is like you're gonna be like strong ahead of the curve, I guess. Like you're not gonna be like because you're rolling in 7, right? So you'll
Yeah.
have like an upgraded board when it matters. And you're probably only playing this if you have like natural units. From what I've let me just check. I've heard people murmuring that it's like good with like range stuff.
It is in the stats. It actually looks really good in the stats if you have like a Fishbones or Sniper's Focus, but not RFC. I think it's like specifically Fishbones and Sniper's Focus.
Oh yeah, because he doesn't skill with attack speed, and obviously just because of attack speed. The other ones like give other stuff. I don't know.
And you
I think
oh,
like just like since like stuff is generically weaker, like the 6 Bastion, like all like the frontline traits are just like kind of a lot harder to kill.
the thing that I've noticed about this composition is that it's actually a unique approach to mentor because you don't want Yasuo to actually dash in with his upgraded mentor ability. When you upgrade him for 4 mentor, he does the blink, but because he stays like if you have a range extension, he just stays where he is, and then he just kind of hits the back line, and hits the nearest targets instead. That's where I feel like I've seen a lot of this Yasuo comp potentially pop off. So it's interesting. I don't really know too many spots to play it personally, but I have seen people give it a good shot. So something to keep your eye on for the meta,
Yeah,
how it develops.
and then you still cut like you still have the opportunity to cap high. Like obviously, like the board on the screen is not very good. Like you can level for like Gwen, which is like really nice. Like there's people just in general playing 6 Bastion, like legendary stuff with like Zyra, Volley, like
Yeah,
TF,
like 6 Juggernaut,
Gwen.
right? Just 6 Juggernaut,
Yeah, yeah,
5
yeah.
cost.
Yeah, like 6 Bastion 5 class is the thing. So like if you hit your board really, really early, say if you have like Rig Shop or something, and you can get to the point where you're like getting Decapro on like Gwyn, Zyra, Volley and stuff like that, or maybe you have like an emblem you can put like 4 Edgelord. I can do some good things, I guess.
Yeah, we'll add that to the max cap because the only version I saw people play was Twist of Fate, but that actually makes a lot of sense as well. Gwen, just a sorcerer and a full fighter, just ties in really nicely. All right, that's our breakdown of a very long meta section, but I think it was due because honestly, it's 24 hours of the B patch, so there's a lot to break down. The meta has shifted dramatically. Let's go into our fact or fraud. Okay, fact or fraud. I'm going to throw out a sentence, a statement, and ask Dishsoap basically true or false, fact or fraud. What is his opinion on it? And the first one that we have is about mech. Even though mech is buffed and it's S tier, it's still always trolling to chase the prismatic mech trait augments, which is I'll be the arms, leg, and head. So what do you think, Dishsoap? Even though mech is good in S tier, is it always trolling to click things like this prismatic mech augments?
I mean, yeah, of course. Like anything that requires you to level 10 with no econ augment, it's just straight Disneyland.
Like you would never click it under any circumstance. I guess if you're in checkmate law.
No. I mean, no. Like the thing that the augment on 2-1, like if it gives you up, like I think it gives you like 3 units or something. Like if that's like Lucian 2, Aatrox 2, I'm in. And then
okay,
like you're
not trying to chase it, just talking about tempo.
Yeah, and then I would just skip it on 3-2. Like it's fine.
Okay, all right.
But
did you happen to catch the last TPC event where Jedusor actually tried to play for the prismatic mech? And then he actually got to level 10, except he couldn't find the Yone. Did you see this at all?
Yeah.
He couldn't actually find the Yone, so he had started downgrading his board. He sold his like 2-star Jarvan, 2-star Karma, everything like that. Rolled down, found the on his very last roll, found the Yone, then bought the wrong unit. And he bought the Jarvan next to it by accident. And they only feel this 6 out of 7 mech, which is really sad.
Yeah.
But it's very, very good if you can get to this prismatic. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think you could take it like the first augment if it makes sense in your spot, but like unless you know you can go Ted, which is like you probably have to be 100 HP on 3-2 to even consider it.
Yeah, probably.
Like it's just a bait.
Fun fact: you can be offered I'll be the head even at 4-2 if you don't even have the first 2 augments. I found that out today.
Yeah, I saw that, and then the person playing it was like playing. I was so confused. I was like, "What the fuck is that augment?" Because he was just playing it with Rise. Like he just had I'm the head as a prismatic playing Rise. Like what are you doing, buddy? Like, and like, I mean, this was like actually like before the beat patch, before like because he was like only playing Rise. Like he took it like after he even did his Rise roll down. Like I don't know
what the okay.
Like maybe he just never saw it before. He's like, yeah, fuck it. But it's like that is your prismatic, buddy. I am not sure about that one.
Crazy, just for the Yone.
I'm not sure about that one.
This is basically like a question that we got in our Discord, which is should we saving fruits? Saving fruits is so crucial that you'd rather sell and downgrade than waste fruits for later in the game.
I think it depends on comp. Like if you're playing a comp that like really, really wants one specific fruit, like say like Stretchy Viego, that's definitely gonna be the case. Versus what's an example of a comp?
What about like Mentor Mech or something like that?
Yeah, I mean like Mentor Mech, like you would really want like the fruit on your secondary unit doesn't really matter that much. Like you're not looking for like something super specific. It's kind of nice to like be able to force Sky Piercer and Rise if you need it, but I feel like that one's like relatively common. So like maybe you don't want to sell, but like in like the socialite days, you probably didn't want to waste them. But yeah, like if you're playing a comp where it's like you need specific things, it's usually just better to sell unless you're like trying to hit that unit 3-star. Obviously, don't sell your unit if you're like rerolling it. But if you're not rerolling it and it's just like some trait bot, I think it's usually better to sell than use fruit remover.
Okay, makes sense. And then the last one, max scaling fruits are bait. We're talking about max vitality, max speed, max arcana, max attack. The things where like the more you get takedowns, the more scaling you get.
Yeah, I was actually bitching to Riot earlier about this. Specifically max speed. Like they all have different scaling, by the way. Like you would think they would have all like they would just copy paste the same scaling. No, they don't. Max speed has the lowest base. It gives you like 10 AS at start. The other ones give like different numbers. Like max arcana gives like 20 or whatever. So it gives like the lowest base, but it also requires 3 takedowns for 1% attack speed. 3. The other ones are 2, by the way. Every other one is 2. Like this, like it's the lowest base, and you need to kill 3 units. It's just disgustingly bad. I took it on Kale. I won 10 fights in a row.
So you were 10 streak.
Yes, I 10 streaked, which is like the ideal. It's a unit that wants attack speed. I 10 streaked. It was like way worse than I would get with over 9k. And like
How
you
much
don't have
attack
to
speed do
kill
you
80.
have?
Fuck. I think at that point it was like 20 something, like 25ish.
Okay. All right.
It's like I 10 streak for 25% attack speed. Like it's like that one is legitimately, I think it's the worst power up in the game. The like Max Arcana is like okay. It's like okay on like Malzahar high roll, but like nowadays like probably not. It probably doesn't have a holder anymore. So yeah, it's probably just trashed now. Max attack is like decent in Disneyland. On like a Darius or like a Kaiser or something, but I mean not really. They're all just bad. Max vitality is good though because you don't have to kill anything.
You have to survive, and it's actually pretty good on Mundo Hero Augment, apparently.
Yeah, no, it's broken on Mundo Hero Augment because like his HP scaling is good, but the HP item, like you're not gonna build a Warmonks on him. It just doesn't give enough stats because it only gives HP, and like other items like give like mix of stats. But like just the raw HP you get is like powerful enough as like a damage multiplier. So it's like it's Mundo's best power up as a hero, which is kind of weird.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But yeah, Max, like it is actually just disgusting how how bad it is. I was bitching earlier.
He's still talking about it. I feel that I've never clicked max speed. I just looked at him just like I don't think I could ever get away with this.
It's you have to kill 3 units for 1%. You're like if you killed 9 units, like your reward for a level 9 fight that you won and that your unit participated all the takedowns with is 3% attack speed. You know what an over 9k proc of attack speed is? It's 5. What are we doing here? I don't understand. Like I actually do not understand.
Well, maybe they'll buff it after listening to this rant because max speed does not sound very good.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. So with that is fact or fraud. Let's go ahead and move into our pop quiz. All right, pop quiz. You ready? Just so
nope.
5 more questions. Let's do it. All right. Question number 1.
What is the best 5 artifacts on Viego?
No, that's the one. That would make it way too easy. That would make it way too easy. All right. This is just for me for sharing for it.
Yeah, I'm looking
okay.
away.
When you filter out Crystal Gambit, what is the best performing emblem in the game? So when you're filtering out specifically 5 and 7 Crystal Gambit, because they can give you emblems on the cash out.
Oh, what's
the best performing emblem in the game right now?
That is actually very interesting because it's probably not gonna actually be one of like the emblems that go in a comp. It's gonna be what you take off of like carousel. On like a decent comp. I mean, my mind's going to like Strat or Executioner mostly because like that's usually like the best thing you take off of emblem for Rise and also probably for mech. It's just something you can play for free. I feel like it might just be Strat because like I feel like Strat you're always taking off late game carousel like if any Jarvan board. I'll go with Strat, but I think I might be Executioner Loki as well. That item is kind of broken late game.
Strat's pretty high up there, but the answer is Protector emblem.
Oh yeah, that one was a pretty nice late game.
It is. Strategist is the clear best, but that's because Crystal Gambit gives you Strategist emblems, and so yeah. It is. No. So when I filter that out, that actually makes a lot more sense. But yeah, Protector is very, very good. Okay. Question number 2. Outside of what one mentor, what is the highest played 2-piece splash trait in the game right now? So like if you filter out the most play rate, one mentor is like the most commonly played trait in the game.
It's not Duelist, it's not Edgelord, it's not Exec. Like it might be Heavyweight, but I mean Juggernaut's more common than Heavyweight. Is it? I mean Heavyweight gets played in Star Guardian, I guess. Maybe like Star Guardian's super popular. But like I feel like 7mech doesn't even play it. 7mech doesn't also play Juggernaut. Right now I'm on Juggernaut as the most, but let me look. Kind of stalling here.
Yeah, you can take your time, but also
I think it's Strat. I think it's Strat.
2 strategists, lock it in.
Yeah,
and the answer is 2 Juggernaut. You should have followed your instinct. It was
I feel like
Heavyweight
it's
was surprisingly high.
I feel like it's the most common one is actually 2 strat if you only count the units, but I think if you have emblem, like you could play 3 is the thing.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, let's go to the question number 3 then. According to Meta TFT, where is Yone's best hex for positioning?
Is it not dead middle? I mean, that's where I usually put them.
I mean, I can give you one. I'll say one thing about it.
It's not dead middle.
This hex, for some reason, is a few percentage points higher than anything else.
I'm just gonna guess dead middle. It's probably not, but like I'll just guess it.
I mean, dead middle is where most people put it, and it's not a bad guess. But the answer is A3. It's 58. You see that? 59%, and everything else is like 55 or lower.
Wait, holy fuck! It has so much more frequency as well.
It's so much more frequency as well. Something to think about. I'm not sure why, but
what is this like current patch with no socialites? Because like the thing is, one of the most common socialites is you do A2, A2, A6, and then like B2, B6. So you have like you have everything covered except like the middle. So if you're doing like that positioning with the socialite, you would put Yone like there.
But wouldn't that wouldn't that A5 also have really high stats for that same reason as well?
I mean, yeah, but like usually, I mean, I don't know. I feel like usually people. I feel like usually people start their socialite on the left though, because it's like the cubby.
Yeah.
So like people really are like more
default
basically
on the left sides, and they just like leave a little divide in the middle. But
okay, is this like pre or post socialite? Like, I mean, I don't
for this from today.
Oh, okay. I mean,
it's like they only use the current stats.
Wait, why is it so much higher frequency as well?
That part I couldn't answer. That part I'm not sure, but
I don't get it. I mean, like, are people just putting their mech in the mid? I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know,
man.
man.
I'm sorry. I had the wrong answer here. It's not Talisman of Ascension. That was from last week. The answer is A3. Okay. Question number 4. What is the rarest fruit in the game with the weight of 2? So as they go with the weight system, 10 is uncommon. The common is 15, uncommon is 10, and then if you're very likely to get it, it's 20. But there is there are fruits that are really rare. This one is a rarity of 2. What is it?
It's like it's like rarity of like how often you are to like see it, not necessarily of like how like often it shows up in a game, right? Because like if that was the case, it would be like some like unique one on like some underplayed unit. But like
yes, correct.
Okay, I was looking up the fruits, but then the meta TFT had the weight on there immediately, so I cannot do that.
Don't look at the fruits, man.
I mean, I know. Okay, but I can look at it on
No, we have it on TFTAcademy too. Don't look it up, man. A lot of sites have the weight.
What? Oh fuck. Well, fuck. I don't know then. It's probably something I'm not even. It's probably something I'm not even thinking about. How can I know? Like I don't know.
It's more like a fun fact type of thing. Like,
sure. I probably don't know. Okay, so like there's like this unique Shin one where it's like I forgot what it. Yeah, Stand United. Yeah. But like who the fuck power ups the Shin is the thing. So like that one might actually be common. But like that one was like I didn't even know it existed until after they buffed it. So it's like that's like my most unknown fruit in my head. But like that's obviously not the least likely. I feel like there's no way because it's like they don't make the specific trait ones that low. They removed veteran. I think that one was pretty rare, but I don't think it was that rare. I mean, I don't know the answer. I'll just say the Shen one. It's not the correct answer.
Okay, it's not the Shen one. The answer is a very rare fruit called Ordinary. Ordinary, where if you have no traits active, you get a bunch of attack speed and I think health. It's basically built different in the form of a fruit. If you ever
Midas Touch is that low?
Midas Touch is that low, but I think it's because the max stage 3 thing. Like basically, it's like the pool of stage 2. So, but yeah, Ordinary really low. The one basically.
Oh, is that the beady fruit?
That's the build different one. Right?
Okay, yeah. I mean, you actually never see that one. But the thing is, like you never see that one. So like. Okay. I mean that does make sense, I guess.
A couple of the other rare ones just for fun. Mana Rush for Jarvan. I thought you were gonna guess that one because that one's
really rare. Yeah. I mean, I stopped fruiting Jarvan because the only thing I want was Mana Rush, and I've been burned too many times trying to force that shit.
Yep. And then Heart of Gold, which makes sense as well, really rare. And then Trickster, which is why fishing for Trickster is pretty much don't do it.
Honestly, I should have guessed Mana Rush because that was probably what, like, if I thought about it like that's
Yeah,
probably what it would
I
be.
thought you were gonna guess that one because that was my first guess, which is like what's the rarest one. Okay. Last question, but not least, which Echo Isekai performs the best when you hit the vertical of it?
I mean, it used to be Sork on the past. They just got buffed, so I'll just guess Sork. But it's probably something else.
Well, are you locking it in?
Yeah, I'll log in Sork.
Well, okay. The answer is sorry. I have the answer from the this is when I asked what LP were you at. Sorry. The answer is Sorcerer. You are correct. Would you happen to know what the average AVP is of Isekai is? Out of curiosity, it is Sorcerer, by the way.
4 point. They're not separated, just Echo, right? I'll guess
Nope, this is the strategist one.
I don't know, like 4.25.
It's the Prodigy one. 4.25. It's pretty close actually. 4.1. If you actually look at it real quick, you just like all you do is just type Echo in.
Yeah,
and
it's probably because of Sork buff.
Yeah.
The Sork.
Oh wait, you're not seeing it. Oops. All right, whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyways, that is our pop quiz. Dishsoap, nice job. Oh, no, just kidding. You only got one right. Sorry. Better luck next time.
Bro, like, okay. I mean, am I supposed to know? Am I supposed to know these? Like, these are just
no. Some of them are pretty hard.
Yeah.
I think today was pretty hard. Don't worry. Don't take it too hard. But
I feel like these are like this is like a popularity contest, not like best average placement, except for like the hex, I guess. Maybe I should have known the hex.
Yeah, no worries. Okay. So our last segment for today. I wanted to do, and I don't think we're gonna go a little bit late on this, so let's try to like go. We can try to go through it as quickly as we could, but we also can take our time. Last segment for today, I wanted to actually do a fruit tier list for like the early game, and we don't have to go through everyone because there's like so many of them. So I think what we should do is basically if we see one that we can play around early that isn't specifically for a champion, how to play some of these early fruits. We're going to use with the idea of like best to like win streak and tempo with.
I think so. One concept like that, just like kind of universal for early games in general, is the fact that like individual units are going to be a lot weaker, just because you have like a lot. You're like lacking the traits and items to like make a unit be like a super carry. So like in the early game, it's much more of a team effort kind of thing, which makes stuff like the utility fruits I think is like usually going to be best in slot. That being like Sky Piercer, the anti-heal one, corrosive. I think all of them. If like obviously you want like you want to fruit the thing with that's like upgraded that you put your first item on most of the time. So like obviously you don't go for corrosive if you have a no item tank, but just in general.
You're thinking these four, right?
Yeah, and the utility ones. And the thing is, it's kind of different from carry. Like the tank fruit specifically do kind of provide utility because if the tank stays alive, like your entire team's doing more damage. So specifically, if you have a tank one, just like the generic tank ones are usually going to be stronger. That like usually it's like standalone. Is like the main one that's like kind of nasty early game.
What about Spiky Shell? I see a lot of people taking Spiky Shell early to get 40 armor.
I think that one's like it's good. I think it's better like Stage 3. But
like okay, so is it like A tier then? You would say?
Yeah, but you need tank some.
Okay.
But yeah, like I mean, outside of that, besides just like the gold gen ones, if it makes sense there, like that's usually just what you want to be going for.
Okay, what do you want with Midas Touch? You put it like.
I think Midas Touch is a bit worse unless it's like specifically on like Callista, because like she can actually secure kills.
All right. So those are some of the early ones. I guess let's just go through. Let's just basically scan and see if there's anything else kind of worth talking about here. So, fan service. I mean, this is like too specific right here. So
yeah,
I'd probably just put it in like a D tier. All out's not even possible early game, I guess.
I mean, it is. You just need to hit a stage 2 Cassante.
That is true. Expected and unexpected is all out Cassante. I have done that before. Star Student. This thing. Have you taken this at all?
Tirash. I mean, you could like probably click it as your first option with Tiny Team. but you would
Okay.
probably want to get out of it later anyways.
Okay. Star Sailor, I see a lot of people like criticize this one. They think they
Star Student's the Academy one. I mean, it's still bad, but like if you're committing to like okay, specifically on the Kabuko, there's like a Kabuko encounter where you get both up on stage 2, and like if you get 2 Star Students, they give Econ. So I put it in C tier just for that. If you can
okay.
just play
Yeah,
2
if you can get
students.
double Star Student
Yeah,
for yeah, okay.
it's actually not that bad, but
Okay.
it's pretty bad. Star Sailor is good on Tiny Team, or it's not even good on Tiny Team. It's like okay at Tiny Team. You would like only click it there, but otherwise you just don't click it.
Okay, so C tier, I guess, at least has the uses. Final Ascent on Kale. Are you ever clicking this, man? With level 10, you get like the triple AoE.
I mean, I probably wouldn't, but I've seen people do like Scuttle Puddle Ecodog, and then they like play like Kale 2 carry. I don't actually know how good that is, but I've seen people do it.
Okay, probably C tier then.
Yeah, so it's like super niche. Pursuit's like not that bad after the buff. They like giga buffed it, and they made him like less suicidal. I think it's actually pretty decent on him, like low way. But you need like Lucian with Slam, like Lucian 2 with Slam. Rising Chaos is like the same deal. It's like better though. The thing is like it's like a little bit awkward to play Cinder Opener nowadays, but it's still a good effect.
Bestest boy.
Okay, I was actually told this one is pretty good on like specifically Rammus. Just like the raw healing is like way better than like the other. Like if you just math it out compared to like regenerative, or there's one other, or like pure heart or whatever. Like this one just clears, but the Rammus early game is still not that good. I've seen people click this on like Smolder, but I don't actually know if it's good. Like they buffed it, so it was not performing well, and then it's like performing like okay now. I'll just put it in like B.
Okay.
But
Pack Tactics. I like this one a lot in Neferi, especially if you have a Neferi opener.
Yeah, it's good with Neferi opener for sure. It's like A.
Okay. Rare Treat.
You can't get
this
it.
This is something you can't even get early game,
yeah.
so we just skip it. Mecha Blade, the Aatrox one. Are you ever clicking this one?
I think it's actually good as like an item holder. Like if you were like specifically playing a Titans comp, does it even exist anymore?
Titans comp? Yeah, sure. If you reroll like Darius or some of the other ones. Yasuo. Huh?
But you're playing a Aatrox opener into Bastion?
Yeah. If you're, I can think of a scenario. Solo leveling Aatrox.
Oh yeah, I mean sure. And I've also seen like Worth the Wait do really well with this, or like
yeah. Okay.
I think like a lot of these like new hero fruits made Build a Bud like a lot better. Like this is something you click off that.
Same thing with Drift Duo, right?
Yeah. I think I don't know if you have like a set of 1, I'm pretty sure this like high key like really good. Like just getting the double benefit off 1. It's like the same as like.
Oh, I see. So just play it immediately. Okay.
Yeah.
So would you want to put this in A or B?
I think it's like A.
Okay.
Like low A.
Low A. Stay United the Shenhog. Is this one trash?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I can't tell. This one's hard to tell.
It's pretty bad, I think.
Okay. Put it here then. Ultra Chance, that's at least in 1. Blood Brothers. You can get this early game for Yasuo. I don't think it's that good though, but I'm not sure.
No, it's just bad. Like it's like good in the it's no, it's like D for sure. It's you would you only click this when you have a Yone because like it's balanced around having the benefit on Yone. So it's not balanced. Like it's gonna be undertuned if you don't have the Yone yet.
Got it. This is a Zyra one. Artistic KO for Jin is I think
it's like pretty bad early, but like I don't know if you somehow have like a slam on Jin, it's like okay.
Okay. Doom Barrage. These are just 5 cost specific ones. Icebender. Wait, what? What is this? Oh, this is the power up that you can use on the mech.
I don't think it exists. Oh, do you need that specific augment to like?
You need an augment where you can power up the mech.
I've never seen that before.
When you field Mighty Mech and Luchador, the Mighty Mech gains 100 HP and becomes a Luchador. Wait, what? I've never seen this.
Wait, does the augment where you can power up the mech even exist in the game at the moment?
I don't even know. I
feel like it doesn't even exist because I've never seen it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I've never seen it myself.
What do you think about Stormbender early?
It's pretty bad. You want to be focusing down their front line. You don't really care if you're tickling their back line.
Okay. D tier, C tier?
I feel like we're gonna be here for like an hour doing this.
Okay. Do I just skip through then?
I feel like what you need to know for this is that fruits that give utility are better in the early game because it's more of a team effort kind of deal. And otherwise than that, just like for your unit that has items, tank fruits are a little bit better than carry ones early, unless you specifically have like something that like buffs your specific unit as a carry, I guess.
Okay, okay. So then how about we just talk about some of the other ones that you will commonly see then.
Kahuna.
Is resistant good early?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Okay.
I think it's worse than like standalone, but it's still good.
Okay.
It's like obviously the damage is not that high. I think Kahuna Huna, like on Gnar specifically, it's really really good. It's terrible on every other unit besides Gnar.
Okay.
But that's something you should consider.
Okay. And
Obviously,
then
obviously the golden edges, that's a thing. Yeah, then there's like the scaling ones, but like I feel like it makes sense to take the scaling ones. If it makes sense too, just not just not the max ones. But like over 9k is good. Max vitality is good. The ones where units have to like die, like weights and not done yet, are good.
weights, and you just
Like
put that
specifically if you're
specifically.
playing reroll, but like
Yeah, when you're playing reroll on it. Okay, cool. And then Heart of Gold is a pretty solid one, right? If you
yeah,
have like the setup for
it's
it.
really really good if you're like turbo high rolling. It's trash if you're not. But
Okay. And then these are all more specific ones. Are you ever taking precision early at all?
yeah, precision is very good. It's like Callista's best fruit.
Okay. So put it here in A then.
It's also like pretty nice on like Kaiser, like Sever.
Okay. What about some of these other like awkward tank ones? You said tanks are like what you want to take. Would you take ever like regenerative or like body change is something that I see people take also a lot as well.
Body change is worse on Sage too, but
Okay.
it's like generically like decent. Regenerative is like generically bad, but it's actually pretty good on Sage too, just because the damage is so low that you could actually get a lot of value of the healing.
Okay. What about like pure heart? It feels like that's also kind of bad early because you don't have the
yeah,
AQ.
sure, you don't have the AoE aspect. It's just like a worse regenerative.
Okay. Got it. Got it. All right. Atomic is one that I see people picking
Oh, oh,
often.
oh, 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 oh! I'm pretty sure this is like unironically the best fruit of the give.
Really?
Yes.
At the
Or
beginning of the year.
not the best, but like no, your board can be straight dog if you just have an atomic on like a 2-star tank. It's you can like kill a bunch of units and like win fights you have no business winning.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I like it because it just does a lot of damage, but
Yeah. No,
that's
no, no.
cool.
This one's just actually just like nuts.
Okay. Got it.
The only reason you don't actually see it that often is because the late game tanks don't die fast enough. It's like the Kazane just lives forever, and then your whole backline's dead before you proc atomic, and the same with Poppy. But because those are the only two tanks I can roll it on like later on.
There's a tech with the last patch. I'm not sure you see it very often now, but if you play 6 heavyweights and
Yes,
you like
on
stack
Kabuko.
warmogs on Kabuko.
Yeah, that one's very broken, but it's like less broken. Like I mean, I guess you could do it in like the Darius Smolder build, but like probably
Yeah.
not playing Miles that much anymore.
And then I guess everything else here is just kind of like more like situational stuff. If you're like playing, there's a couple of other like generic ones, like maybe like magic expert, attack expert. These don't really scale that much because you're not really having that
Yeah.
much stats. So these are just generally weaker. And I guess outside of that, there's nothing else really to consider here, unless I'm missing anything.
Yeah, like I don't know, like there's stuff that's like takeable here, but it's never really gonna like if we're not mentioning it, we just like no, it's not gonna
It's
be
not
like
standing out, right? Because I'm
yeah,
scanning through. But like, if you're like, sometimes you have to take double strike. Sometimes you have to take,
yeah.
sometimes you have to take tiny terror because that's the only thing that you have. So you have to just kind of take whatever you can get. But I think for the most part, we've called out all the good ones that you want to play around early. So. All right. That's a really long episode. Thanks, Dishsoap. I know you're really busy because you have scrims, and actually, you're gonna go scrim not too long from now, right?
Oh no, I think I'm gonna take a nap.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
And then
We'll catch you at
do it.
TPC this weekend.
Yeah, we'll do 9 a.m. scrims. I didn't sign up for the 1 a.m. scrims.
Okay. No problem. No problem. But if you guys definitely go check it out because Dishsoap will win, and you know what? NA can win 2 world slots this weekend.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. This is like the worst my scores I've been looking before a tournament like ever.
Worst. So you're saying this is the worst your scrims have been looking?
Yeah. I went dead last on the in the fucking day one of the mock tournament, like dead last.
That's okay, man. That's okay. No, that just means
dead
that
last,
people
and then the V patch came out. I'm like, oh shit, I'm back. I was doing dead last in the other meta, and then a new meta's out, and then I like lost 200 LP on ladder.
That's okay, man. It's okay because we still have multiple days, and I think, believe it or not, a lot of people are in the same boat as well. So
I mean,
hold your head up, my champ.
I'm not stressing, like, but I'm just telling you like the lead up.
Okay, no worries. I mean, by the time this releases, I have faith that you'll put it together. So good luck this weekend, man, and good luck to anyone else that's maybe listening and you're competing in tournaments. There's like trials going on, there's snapshots and whatnot. A lot happening competitive TFT. But a big shout out to all the people that support us over on Patreon and also just hanging out on Discord. And thank you to everyone who's listening either through Spotify or watching on YouTube. Make sure you like and just do all the engagement stuff. Please give us 5 stars and let everyone know. Leave a comment or two. That's it.
We start rage baiting to make them comment.
Oh, I mean, I think the rage bait is that we probably miss like 3 or 4 fruits that are like probably that stuff that they want to talk about all the time.
No, we have to like do it on purpose. Like you just make them comment.
Well,
Can you guys just
my next project?
Can you guys, if you would stuck around, can you guys just pretend to be rage baited and comment about it?
Maybe that's the name of the segment. Is it a fact or rage bait?
Oh yeah, I'm down.
All right, sounds good. All right, that's it from us from TFT Study Hall. So from Frodan and Dishsoap, thanks for listening, checking it out. See you guys next time for more TFT action.
Yeah.